Good evening and welcome to 365 Days of Amazing Stories with Theo Mayer. Here we are on day 352. I'm continuing the story of a sneeze. I left the story off at King Brahmadatta rethinking his decision to allow his daughter to marry the son of his cousin, who was meant to be heir to the throne. Even though everyone had thought this would be a great idea, he began to have second thoughts around it. And he thought to himself, if I were to have him marry a princess from another kingdom and my daughter to marry a prince from another kingdom, well, then I would strengthen our kingdom, I would extend its boundaries, and I would have twice the grandchildren that I would if I just allowed the two to wed together. And plus, on top of that, young people, they don't really know what love is about. Certainly in this situation, the wise should prevail in what decisions should be made. He went to his counselors after he thought this all through, and he shared with them everything that he had come up with. And his counselor said, oh my gosh, that's excellent thinking indeed. Twice the grandchildren, extend the kingdom. Yes, bar these two from marrying. And so they were kept apart. It didn't go well. Now, if you were 16, 17 years old and you loved someone and someone tried to keep you apart from that person, come on, what would you do for love? Anything, right? I mean, that's what many great stories are about. The love between two young people and what they won't do to make that love happen. Well, they tried to think of anything and everything, but couldn't come up with a plan. They could run away, but they were quite certain that they would be found out. And so, our young man, finally, out of desperation, he went to a wise woman who was at the edge of the kingdom, the immediate kingdom, the city of Benares. She lived in a small hut, some fields around her little place, and woods close by. Stream ran through most of the year close to her house or cottage, or it was more like a hut, one room. He went there and knocked upon the door, and she opened it and saw that it was the young prince from the palace. Oh my, she said, come in, come in. How may I help you? And he said, I've heard that you are so wise and that you might be able to help me in my need. Oh yes, what is your need? She inquired. Well, I am in love. I am in love with Brahmadatta's daughter. And though he pledged us to each other, in a short amount of time he withdrew that pledge and is now barring us from being together. Oh, that is sad indeed, she said. And how do you wish for me to help you? Is there some way that you could find for us to be together? She said, is that what you wish for? Yes, indeed, with all my heart. And what would you do to achieve that love? Oh, I would do anything. I would do anything. Anything at all, I would do to win her love, to have her back. Well, would you go to the grave to win her back, to have her hand? Yes, I would go to the grave for her love. There's no one else for me, he said. Then I might have a plan, she said. Oh, what is it? Please tell me. Well, you will indeed need to go to the grave, I will tell you. And if you're in agreement with that, then I'll tell you what it is. Yes, I agree. I will go to the grave for love. For my love for her is like life itself. Here's what we will do. I will go to the king, and I will tell him that his daughter is in grave danger. There's a demon king that wishes for her and is inhabiting her and making her, well, sour in her demeanor. Now, I will also go to him with a cure. I will tell him that she must accompany me to the graveyard, and with certain incantations of which I know, I will cast that demon out and into a corpse that is lying close by. The corpse, my young man, will be you. I will be the corpse. But you will kill me? Oh, no. You will be a very, very warm corpse. Here's what will happen. You must bring with you a sack of ground pepper. So you want me to bring with me a sack of ground pepper? Yes, ground pepper. Now, don't interrupt me, because if you interrupt me, well, where was I? Oh, yes. You will be laying there on the ground, and you must bring with you a sack of ground pepper. Now, when I arrive, I will arrive accompanied with many of the king's soldiers. I will place a table over you, and also a cloth. Now, as I'm doing my incantations, so wait, you want me laying on the ground as if I'm dead? It's cold this time of year. You said that you would do anything for her love. Yes, I will. I will agree to do that. You'll cover me with a cloth. I've told you not to interrupt. Now, if you want my help, I can't give you my help if you're going to interrupt me like this. Where was I? Well, the young man immediately quieted himself. Please go on. I will reward you richly. You will never have to worry another day of your life. But please help me. I'm in great need right now. Yes. You'll be laying on the ground. As I do my incantations, you must take the bag of pepper, inhale, and sneeze. Now, I will have told the king and his men that once the demon goes from her body into the corpse will rise up from the dead, will go after one of the soldiers, devour him, and then the princess will be free. Now, I can guarantee you that once you sneeze and rise up, not a single soldier will be left standing. They will all be running for their lives. And then you and the girl, well, you can go off in peace until you are summoned once again by the good king Brahmadatta, when he has come to his senses about, well, what love truly means. The prince said, I will reward you and make sure that you are so well taken care of for the rest of your life. I just don't know how to thank you enough. And the old wise woman said, I do not need anything from you. I live here because I choose to. I am close to nature. I have all that I need. I do not need a reward from you. The reward is seeing the two of you in love together. That will be enough. Now, you must go, for all this talking has completely worn me out. And no, I must get my rest. So the conversation was over, and the prince went on his way. And we'll stop the story there and find out what happens next.